Hello, you alright?
Oh, my throat's fucked now. It was fine this morning.
Deep throating kangaroos.
I have to go and get like a sachet of lemon soup or something to soften the esophagus. Right, let me just nip in now and just get something for my throat because it's really fucking sore. Otherwise, I'll just be clearing my throat the whole time.
I'll go and get some proper headphones because these are shocking.
Oh, okay. Get out.
I took the time to insert another tablet.
Did you? Are you regularly shoving them up there?
I have to, yeah.
Sphincter.
I mix between that finger and that finger depending on how I feel.
Spider-Man.
Oh, so.
Oh, fair play to you, mate. Fair play to you.
It hasn't had a chance to go very far up, so I feel like I've impaled myself. I feel like I'm sat on a spike.
Is there anything you can do to help it? I guess farting is the opposite, isn't it?
Yeah, well, part of the problem is as soon as I put one up, I immediately want to have a shit. I think my body just wants to get it out as soon as it goes up.
Yeah.
But there's like a 10-minute period where I have to be very careful.
Yeah. I'd probably, because I'm so used to farting, I'd probably just like put one up and then forget and end up firing it across the room 2 minutes later.
Yeah. But it eventually dissolves and then forms like this greasy goo that comes out.
Greasy goo.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't think either of us are feeling very good, are we?
I don't know what's the thing is that I was fine last night and I woke up this morning and I just felt like my throat was fucked and I have no energy, but I went to the gym anyway, you know. I like to lift big weight, you know.
Yeah.
And I went, and I'm not kidding you, it took me twice as long. I mean, I've got my set workout, and it took me twice as long to do. I was resting so much between sets. I was like, fuck me, what is the matter with me? I was like, I'm getting out of bed easily. And then I always sit in a sauna for 10 minutes after I've finished training. And that's normally not an issue. It's normally a very enjoyable, 10 minutes for me is the point where that's an enjoyable amount of time. Anywhere after it starts to get a bit fucking much. Yeah. And even after 5 minutes in there, I was looking at my watch. I was like, fuck me, 5 more minutes, Jesus Christ. I was like, I feel absolutely fucking ruined here. And then normally I shower, like I leave the gym, and that walk to the car always feels good because you feel good.
Spring in your step.
Well, it's like 7:15 in the morning, and like I've been up, driven, trained, driving, and it's like people are still fucking in bed. So you just feel like there's another win there, and I was just walking. I was like, fuck man, I feel absolutely knackered. It took everything to not just go back to bed when I got home. I had Dragon's Den to watch, you know.
Ross goals.
And throughout the day, the more I've been talking, the worse my throat has got. I've done a lateral flow and it was negative.
All right.
You're not supposed to shove them up your ass, are you?
Well, I'm shoving everything up my ass at the moment, so you know I can't talk.
That's what I said. Was it positive? I said it was all right.
I won't stay in touch.
Did I tell you I went to the?
Is your microphone in?
Oh no.
I can hear you. It sounds different to normal. That's all.
Better?
Oh yeah. Oh, clear as a bell.
Did I tell you? I went to a Crash Records.
Oh yeah.
At the weekend, and they had an album that was called Sounds of the Wasps.
Right.
And it looked quite cool cover of that, so I bought it and I was listening to it. I thought it sounds absolutely nothing like Wasps. Then I realised I was listening to the B side.
Yes, very good that, Ross.
Yeah. But looks better in writing.
Yeah. I'll try and say that back to you at the end of the podcast, okay?
It's that you just got to tell it like it's not a joke. You see.
Yeah. I about 2 words in, I got the feeling it was going to be a joke.
Did you?
You've never set foot in Crash Records.
After I said I went.
Yeah.
I went. No, you didn't. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Simon and Ross podcast. Joined as always by my esteemed friend and colleague, Mr. Simon Pakach.
From across the Pennines. Hello there.
Indeed. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the old knob issues, isn't there? I mean, that goes without saying. I don't want to talk about your knob every time. Otherwise, when are we going to talk about mine?
I mean, is it old? It's 46, I suppose.
But the old knob.
It looks a lot older than it used to, I'm telling you.
Looks like it's done 10 rounds of Mike Tyson, doesn't it?
Yeah. It looks like it should be stumbling around on a Zimmer frame.
Yeah. It looks like a clubbed seal.
With one of its eyes hanging out.
Or a pepperami on a car park in Lanzarote.
Yeah, either of them. Yeah, spot on. Yeah, you have been looking at them pictures that I've been sending you.
Looking, I like it. This is another one with just Simon and I. We decided we had a few things that we wanted to catch up on, a few things we wanted to talk about. Yeah, and we ended up talking about it all over the phone, like we're very guilty of doing. So we decided to save conversation there and save it for you guys. So that's what this is. It's going to be a bit of a mishmash of things that we've done and seen recently. So enjoy.
Yes.
And we will see you on the other side.
Guten Tag.
Arrivederci. Just going back to what we were talking about before, let's start with the Book of Boba.
Oh yeah. I forgot you'd watched all of Mandalorian, and because we never really talked about it on here much, have we?
I think I watched it quite staggered. I didn't.
What, leant over the desk like that?
With my balls nearly touching the floor. It was like I think we watched some, and then like we binged the first half, and then I didn't watch it for a while, and then binged the second half. But it's hard for me to. I'm always consistently confused of when the fuck in the timeline this is taking place, and I'm always wrong. Like I was saying to Fatima, oh yeah, it's. I even told her that Boba Fett lands in the pit of Sarlacc.
Yeah.
In the Phantom Menace.
What?
I know. That was my opening gambit. And she was like, "Are you sure?" I was like,
far too early, Ross.
She was like, "Are you sure?" I was like, "Yeah." All right. What do you know? What do you know?
I think also you have said on a few occasions that you're a little bit wary about even talking about Star Wars on here, aren't you? Because
I'm surrounded by it. It's like somebody talking to me about Pink Floyd. Watch your step.
Yeah. Well, you got one strike with Phantom Menace there, so be very careful with the next few words you choose.
I know, and then I thought, well, it can't be because fucking Luke Skywalker, is around. Yeah, so it can't be that early.
No. It's quite simple. It's after Return of the Jedi.
It's between. Oh, right, yeah. Because then at one point I was like, it must be between A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back.
No.
Because the Empire is gone.
Yeah.
But then I was thinking, does the Empire kind of go at the end of A New Hope?
No, just they blow up the Death Star.
Yeah.
But Darth Vader goes spinning off, doesn't he? Going, oh. Oh, and he disappears, and you don't
like
see
that
it.
zombie used to go across the bottom of the screen at the end of a Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Remember that?
Never watched it.
Oh, you're not missing much.
No, I know I wasn't.
Don't tell Fatima that. She'll enjoy the reference now when she hears that, she'll be going dickhead. It was really sort of confusing, and then it actually runs after the events of the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
I was like, right, when does the Mandalorian? I think that's Attack of the Clones. Must be. But so Boba Fett goes into the pit of Sarlacc.
Yeah.
How long was he supposed to be in there for?
The problem is, I think that I reckon it was. I don't think it was that long. I don't think it was anywhere near as long as you think it was. I'm guessing a couple of weeks, maybe. I don't think it was that long, because even though his armor protected him from the
Beskar.
What?
Beskar.
Was he in there too?
Oh my! I've just trumped Simon on some Star Wars here, haven't I? And I know I'm right about this.
Is that the material?
Yeah, that's what Mandalorian armor is made out of. Beskar, hardest material, the only material that can stop a lightsaber.
Yeah, and but yeah, I think eventually the juices would have broken it down. So I don't think it was that long. Yeah,
you could do with Sarlacc level juices in your ass for these suppositories, couldn't you? Just as soon as it touches it, it just dissolves.
It would be very useful.
It goes in a tablet, and then before the end has even disappeared, the front of it's just dust.
I mean, that might cause issues for other things.
What do you mean?
Oh no, 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 it won't. No, it won't.
Have you been taking it up the chutney again? Have you been experimenting with the old kit?
It's like some weird revenge film, isn't it? It's discover that my ass can dissolve anything that's put up there.
It's like the homosexual version of teeth.
Yeah. Or Dead Man's Shoes.
Your asshole dissolved dicks.
Yeah, which I mean, in my instance, it's not a problem.
And but then it would dissolve your hand if you went to wipe after having a poo.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You won't be able to wipe without dissolving the tissue. Which, I mean, if you're buying shitty quid shop toilet roll, that
happens anyway. Yeah, the stuff we buy at work does that.
Yeah. You're not giving yourself a 4-finger fillet. Straight in.
It's like, oh, not again. You go out to the sink like that, don't you? It's paying extra attention to the middle finger.
Go at the sink like Ali G. East side is the best. West side is what's that?
Well, why are you doing gang signs, Simon? I'm not. Look at the end.
That's puss stands. But yeah, so going back to Boba Fett, burst his way out of the Sarlacc pit.
Yeah.
I couldn't quite remember, because I had to do a little bit of research on because Boba Fett is the son and exact clone of Jango, isn't he?
He's an untouched clone.
Untouched.
Yeah. So all the others were enhanced. So as part of his salary for donating or for being allowed to be cloned that much, he was given obviously some money and somewhere to live, and he asked for an untouched clone, so just a proper clone,
an exact copy of himself.
Yeah. So all the others were enhanced and basically were like buff after about 3 weeks, whereas he got a
on
proper,
the old ent juices.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. So, juicy Boba.
Yeah.
So he asked for an untouched one.
Boba squeeze.
But yeah, I'm looking on here.
Boba go.
Educated guess on some of the websites. It was a few days. He was
right.
in there
Okay.
for.
Okay.
But
I was getting pure like it was like the old Star Wars stiffy moments when when something you're into, like something, and the ramifications of something. And when it dawned on me that this is actually closer to the Mandalorian than I realized.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And then it turned into the Mandalorian. And I was like, this can only end one way. We're gonna see Boba Fett and Mando fucking going to town on people, and it's going to be beautiful.
Yeah.
Although I was a little bit disappointed with them, actually.
I think the problem is that they had to show them struggling to fight everyone off, so they could get everyone else in, couldn't they?
Yeah,
they very quickly got almost defeated, didn't they?
Yeah, and there's a few moves in their skill set that they sort of, I'm like, why don't you? Do that, like especially at the start when Boba Fett's, I think that might be the first episode, when he's surrounded by the people with the shields and he's like just jumping into them and getting tasered. Yeah. I'm like, mate, you've got a jetpack.
Well, there was
to infinity and beyond it.
There was one bit with the girl that he goes around with, who I can't remember her name.
Fennec Shand.
That's the one.
Master Assassin.
She literally gets hit in the back with the electric thing and goes about 12 times.
Yeah,
it's the same. I don't know if they filmed it from different angles, but it was the same thing. I was just like, she's been got so many times. She shouldn't be around anymore.
I think it's like there's almost like inconsistencies across the abilities of these people, because you see them do some amazing things, and then all of a sudden they're getting their ass kicked, and you're thinking, how are they getting beat here?
Yeah,
like I've seen the Mandalorian do some mental stuff.
Yeah,
he's got like a little group of vagabonds, and he seems to be getting a bit. He seems to be struggling a bit.
Yeah,
I mean, the Mandalorian race, I'll have it said, are pretty stupid, and I'll tell you why. So, I mean, they're near extinct.
Yeah.
Did the Death Star blow up there? I know they got invaded by. I think the Empire fucked them up, didn't they?
I don't think so.
The night of 1,000 tears, or whatever they call it.
Yeah,
the near on extinction of the Mandalorian race. And there's only 3 of them left in there now. There's the Mandalorian as we know.
Yeah.
And then there's the Craft Master.
Yeah.
And then Matey Boy.
And then the big chufty one.
Big Juicy, big chufty nuts. And so they're basically like, there's only 3 of us, like they meet up and they're a bit cold with each other. I'm like, fucking hell, guys, come on. And then one of them's like, that's my staff. Oh no, that's my sword. That's my sword. I'll fight you for it. I was like, all right, great. Now there's only 3 of them, and 2 of them are going to fight to the death.
Yeah.
And then thankfully, Mando doesn't kill him.
Yeah.
But then they expel him and say, you're not Mandalorian anymore. It's like, well, you obviously don't give a flying fuck about restoring the Mandalorian race to its former glory, because all you want to do is fucking kill each other and exile each other. And fucking...
that bit was just like, that was like a parent going into a kitchen and there being a massive bit taken out of a cake, and the kid's face is covered in cake, and they go to him, have you eaten that cake? No. When she says, have you taken off your helmet? He just stands there in silence, doesn't answer anything. He's like, have you eaten the cake? Have you taken off your helmet? No. Yes, you have.
Get out. You're grounded.
Yeah, that's it. You're no longer part of this family. Get out.
I'm wondering if there's going to be more, because there's quite a big thing about like training how to wield the dark saber.
Yeah.
And he's obviously shit with it. He can barely fucking lift it. And I thought that was going to be a thing where he was going to realize, like, on the brink of death, that that's how he's going to learn to wield the dark saber. But he never does he? He never fully gets how to use it properly.
No. Hopefully, obviously, it's rumored that Luke is going to be more in Mandalorian season 3, right. So potentially he might help him.
Trying to hunt him down for he's a bit stung by Grogu fucking him off.
Yeah,
Grogu.
Can't believe he chose the bloody chainmail instead of a lightsaber. What an idiot! Ugh.
Yeah, he was asking for it though. When you've got to choose, it's the way. It's the way of the Jedi. You've got to choose one. Do I? It's like I'm the only one of me left. Like, how good am I going to be with this vest and this?
Yeah, exactly.
Why are you trying to cripple me? Are you worried about being bettered by a little green scroll? A little gangrenous ball bag being better than you, Luke? Is that what you're worried about? Your face isn't even real. You don't even have a face, Luke. You need to fucking calm down. Academy, have you seen it? It's not even good to shit in that. School. You think I want to go to that school? So what are you going to serve for lunch? Bricks and mortar?
This should just contain like buckets with bits of dried cement and some wheelbarrows in it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the best. Maybe some crash mats for outside activities. That's it.
My school got shut down because of how shit it was, and it was still more of a school than that. Luke's like, you'll be my first student. It's like, what, in there? Nah, where's that vest? Mandalorian's got a cool ship.
I've been told not to go into strange sheds with strangers.
Yeah, there's rubber ants all over it, Luke. Where's your face? Your lips are moving weirdly. Nobody wants to be with you.
Even your sister's fucked off.
Yeah, Fatima was saying, she was like, well, before you know what choice Grogu makes.
Yeah.
Fatima was saying, she was like, well, it can't have worked because Luke references, like in the newest Star Wars, that he tried to make a school and it didn't work out and he would never try and do it again.
No, I think he had been doing the school for quite a while. And then eventually...
Anakin killed everyone.
Ben? Oh,
sorry, yes. Han Solo's son. Yes. Yeah, Anakin did kill a lot of Padawans, but that was on Coruscant.
Yeah. And what film was that?
It was Revenge of the Sith.
Are you Googling?
No. Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, correct.
You know, if I was Googling, because I'd be looking like that. That's where my laptop is. That's where I'm looking at you, and that is my Google screen. Am I right? Revenge of the Sith.
Yes, it's the bit where he goes up to the younglings' teaching place where they're all being taught, and the little kid goes, Master Skywalker, what are we going to do? They're all coming around to kill us.
Dude from Christmas Carol.
He's weirdly Cockney. The kid that says it. What am I going to do, Mr. Anakin? And then he just looks, and then he goes, "Oh no, he's going to kill them all." Yeah. And then he goes, fires up his lightsaber, and just goes, zoom. And then the kid goes, "Ah!" That's it. The kid is so Cockney. Just watch it.
Well, I was going to say, good news for you. There's an opportunity here because Fatima told me the other night that she fancies watching all of the Star Wars movies. And I said, Simon's pining to do a Star Wars series. So that can go hand in hand.
Definitely.
Which
order? Which order are we doing them in?
Chronological
as in
Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, New Hope, Empire, Return.
Rogue One in between that.
Yeah, I still need to see Solo.
You've not seen Solo?
No. Hey, not Solo. You want to watch the Elman the other day, you can't.
I'd rather watch Solo.
Yet to be seen. I'll pass judgment at a later date. But
it's very good. It is good.
Yeah, but and then like they've got this cool. I'll tell you what, Beskar is dead keen on getting rid of that as well. They're just thick as fuck, Amanda. They've got this beautiful Beskar spear. It's like this is a jet black Beskar spear, epic. Looks great. And then what does she say? She has a reason for wanting to fucking burn that down as well. What do you want to turn it into? Why? What's wrong with it as it is? It goes against the code, you see. Is it? Yeah. Yeah. If you're a Mandalorian, you know that. So they melt it down and they get this big fuck off spear that you could probably make about 10 suits of armor out of and make a shitty little vest. Shitty little scrot sheath. Because I was dead keen on, I was like, what's she going to make? And then she gave it him. I was like, in a bundle wrapped in the shape of Groku's head. Did you ever see
that? That was clever. That was clever. That
I was like, bloody hell, that's small. What's that?
Yeah,
a pair of Beskar socks or something. And I was like, good God, there must have been some excess they could have used to make a little Beskar dagger.
I thought exactly that. I thought there's no way that is just taking all of that. She's kept some for herself, hasn't she?
Yeah. It's like my garage has got full of offcuts of carpet.
Yeah.
When we had the carpet laid down, there must be offcuts.
There must be, yeah.
Of melted Beskar.
She's made herself like a little garter that can never be broken, hasn't she? Or something.
She's made a customized mug. I drink my tea out of that. On the Mandalorian to have a Beskar cup. You're the only Mandalorian. This is why we're all dead. Because you're using the world's most valuable material to make fucking cups.
And a baby grow.
Meanwhile, you've given the rest of it to a little gangrenous scrot who's trying to eat frogs on another planet. What are you doing?
Did you enjoy the floaty frog bit?
It's all right.
But no, I love the fact that it sort of became the Mandalorian near the. I suppose to an extent, the last series of Mandalorian sort of became about Boba Fett, didn't it? So it's kind of returned the favor on this one.
Yeah, I couldn't remember Boba Fett really being much in it, but I've forgotten a bit.
Yeah,
about the Mandalorian.
Yeah, because he finds him when he takes Grogu to. Like
he gives him his armor, doesn't he? Because originally that sheriff is wearing it.
Yeah.
And he's like, why are you wearing that? And he's like, well, I found it. He's like, you can't wear that. You're not a Mandalorian. It's like a Hell's Angels guy. Like, you're not allowed to wear that biker vest. Are you in a club? Are you part of a club? And and then in the end, Boba Fett's like, well, it was my dad's. I have a right to it. He was like, all right, take it.
I'm going to check. Did you see the very last scene at the end of the credits?
Maybe not.
Oh.
Go on. What happened?
Well, there's a bit where it's talking about that big Wookiee. I can't remember his name.
Like Krisan or something like that.
Yeah. He says, "Oh, you've earned like a night in my tank or whatever." Back to tank. That's right. I don't remember names of things. And so there's a bit right at the end where it cuts and you see the tank and there's someone in it.
Right.
Did you not see that?
No, I don't think so.
What is the matter with you and end bits?
I didn't know Star Wars did that.
It doesn't, but you always watch.
Oh, well, I wouldn't know then, would I?
Right at the end, the is it Tyler the Creator that was that played someone in? He's got like dreads, yellow dreads. Yeah. He's a rap man in real life. And he's looking over someone in there, and I either expected Boba Fett to be in there or the Wookiee. It wasn't. It was someone else.
But you don't know who.
Yeah.
So someone is in Boba Fett's back to tank.
Yeah.
Who else was injured that you might have put in? They might have put Grogu. Is it Grogu or Grogu?
Grogu.
You might put Grogu in there.
Wasn't him? No. To be fair, you could pop him in with anyone else anyway, couldn't you?
Yeah, you could just stick him in at the bottom. Yeah, it could have been that. What's that sheriff called who got shot?
Yeah, it was the sheriff.
Oh, you do know who it was?
Yeah.
Oh, you just said you didn't.
No, I didn't.
I said, but you didn't know who it was. You said no.
I said yes.
Oh, so he's still alive. Well, if he's in a tank, he's alive, isn't he?
Maybe, because they did make him out to be dead, didn't they?
Yeah, well, I didn't think he was, because they were like, is he okay? Is he okay? It was like, oh, well, obviously he's not dead, because they haven't sort of made a thing of it. Like, he's fucked.
Yeah.
But he's probably not dead, because they were like, get him inside.
Andy got shot in the shoulder.
Yeah, Ponce, isn't he?
I quite like him as a character, though.
He's all right. He is all right. I preferred the evil guy.
Oh, yeah.
Everything he did was just.
What he was when I was watching him, all I was thinking is your description of every Lord of the Rings villain.
Like a bonefish. Yeah.
He suffered, Gandalf. He did.
He did. Who would have thought that one so small could have endured so much? And he did, Gandalf. He did. My throat's too soft for that shit. But yeah, he's all right. He's all right. Is he? But, yeah. But yeah, it was really good. There was some really good scenes in it. I loved the concept art at the end, and I just love the sounds, because the Mandalorian has his own sound, and it triggers in the background.
Yeah,
like that.
Well, it very much uses the leitmotif thing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Which is all the way through Star Wars anyway. But
exactly.
It's great that it's even great that they've even carried it through to these. I
think a lot of Star Wars, like diehard fans, dislike what they've done with the Boba Fett character. He's supposed to be a bit of a knob, isn't he? Like he's basically like he just works for the Empire.
He's the problem is I think because he was in the other films so little, that I think a lot of people have built him up a lot more than he actually is. Yeah. And the first episode quite rightly basically sort of explains that he's done with all that shit and just wants to go on and do his own stuff.
Yeah.
So they explain
more power to him.
He's not as badass as you think he is, but you know.
He is bad. You're right though. There is an awful lot of lore around Boba Fett that is not, like, the films don't do a lot with. Like He's just like, there was a game. There was the Bounty Hunter. And there's Boba Fett on the PlayStation, and like everybody knows who Boba Fett is.
Yeah.
Like, for somebody who's in it so little, everyone knows who. Like, even somebody who's not even that into Star Wars, you know Boba Fett, the Bounty Hunter. Oh yeah.
Well, do you remember when we used to play Battlefront online with each other? You always wanted to play Boba Fett.
Yeah,
because he was the hardest one to get, because as soon as you got anywhere near him, he'd just jetpack into space, wouldn't he? And then you're like, where is he? Where's the little bastard? And then he'd land behind you, or he'd fire,
bang, bang.
He'd fire from you from the sky. You're like, where is he? Where is he? So no, it's a good character, and I just think they've just moved it on. That's all, which is great.
He's not very clever. He sort of is, and he isn't. Like, his plans are very half-baked. Like, just him walking around and like sort of trying to basically take over the Hutt empire, and it's just him and Fennec Shand, and it's like, you guys are in deep shit here. And they're walking around, and he's like, this is my place now. And no one gives a shit. Everyone's like, fuck's a Boba? I've heard of him, yeah, but what? Like, what? Just him and her? I've just seen him get battered in the courtyard by people with fucking MDF.
He's melted all his real weapons down.
Yeah, but he is quite a good character, and he is juicy, isn't he?
That's all that matters to you, isn't it?
He does a lot. You can tell he does a lot of that pull downs.
Yeah. Oh. Well, I'm quite glad.
He could barely get in the back of the tank because of those rear delts.
You can fit 50 Grogu's in that. But no, I am glad they've used the same actor that they used for Attack of the Clones to do him.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay.
It's just aged. That's all.
Yeah.
But yeah, because it could have been entirely possible they used someone else, but
I can't remember anything from Attack of the Clones other than a steaming heap of shit. Like, all I remember is some bullshit scenes between Anakin and Padme.
Yeah.
Just sat in a field, just boring bollocks. And he clearly can't be trusted. And nobody seems to realise that there's something up with this kid.
But that's what frustrates me. There's a lot of good bits in Attack of the Clones. As long as you remove those bits out of them with Anakin and Padme, there's a lot of quite good bits.
Well, I'll get to Pass Judgment again soon.
You will.
I'll let you know. But I just remember thinking, this is fucking god awful. I can't handle it.
But the bits where Obi-Wan goes to where all the clones are made, and it's almost like a mini detective thing, because he's trying to find this planet that he knows exists but doesn't exist. So he basically goes to find it himself, finds it. He finds they've been making clones for something like 30 years for them, and him and Django have like a fight in the water. It's amazing.
Here's a question for you.
Okay.
Who kills Django? I'll give you a clue. His lightsaber's got bad motherfucker written on it.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Mace Windu.
He beheads him like that. He goes, whoof.
Yeah.
He gets 2 lightsabers and cuts his head off like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I also didn't realize that Samuel L. Jackson was in Goodfellas.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, not very long.
No.
He doesn't play much of a part, and he gets killed. Bless him. But,
he doesn't really have any lines either.
No, he's just a helpless.
They talk about him more than you actually see him.
Yeah, he gets caught in the crossfire because Jimmy the Gent starts getting paranoid.
Yeah, well, he also gets high instead of loose in the van, doesn't he? So the van gets discovered.
Yeah. Right on himself.
Oh, of course he did. Can't
deal with fucking amateurs, can you? Biggest case in US history. June.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, crack.
It's only February, Ross. Don't get too carried away.
What do you mean? Oh, fucking hell. Jesus, it took me a second then. Yeah, that was really good. Lots of scary characters. I mean, they call the Harkonnen the race, the Harkonnen.
Yeah, I think so.
Not the Formula One, not Mickey Harkonnen.
Mika Harkonnen.
Yeah, Mika.
Good reference there, Ross. I like that.
Not bad. I know I tried.
Yeah, that was very good.
But that whole race are very frightening. And the way they talk, and Dave Bautista, he's not in it much, is he?
No. But he's in all the trailers. I think every scene is in the trailers for it. So maybe they have more of a.
Need a bit of juice in your trailers, don't you?
Maybe it'd be more useful in the second film. I don't know.
But the guy who plays the Baron. What's he called? It's the Skarsgård dad, isn't it?
That's Stellan Skarsgård, isn't it?
Yeah, Stellan Skarsgård. Yeah. Like, it's amazing to think his 3 sons are all like fucking epic actors in their own right, innit? Like the Skarsgård family, he must be a plum proud dad. He's like, all 3 of his sons are fucking killing it in totally different like types of films. Like,
and he's still quite good himself.
Oh, he's brilliant. Yeah, he's really good. I mean, he was even in Girl with a Dragon Tattoo, wasn't he? If you remember, he played the. But when he's the Baron and he stands up and it's like he's tall. Yeah. but there was a bit that sort of was still scary, but because of the way my mind works, made it a bit funny.
Okay.
Was when towards the end when what's the house called? Atreus.
Atreus, yeah.
And the dad's there, and he's got that tooth in. He can bite down and blow the bus dust in his face.
Yeah.
And obviously the Baron's sat at the other end of the table.
Did you say bus dust?
Bus dust, yeah. The stuff that you get outside of Jessop's on the windows. Fucking loads of bus dust.
I don't think it's officially called that in June, but we'll use it.
What do you call it in Feb?
Nice joke.
Right back at you. He sort of hovers over the table.
Yeah.
But he's really tall. So he must be hovering with his knees like that. Which is a very strange way to do anything. Especially hover.
If you're watching him from the side, it just takes all the terror out of it.
Yeah. It's like, oh, hang on. It's like climbs up on the table, does that, and then starts doing that. I was like, he must be
like a kid sliding on his knees at a wedding reception.
Yes, doing a knee slide across the table.
That was a delay.
I know, it's because Fatima keeps sending me pictures of cereal. She's in Aldi, and I asked her to pick me up some cereal, and she keeps sending me boxes saying these. She sent me strawberry and cream shreddies, which sound disgusting.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that.
But I have settled for the honey nut clusters.
Oh, very
with milk
nice.
chocolate.
Very nice.
But yeah, when he's sidling over, and what, he's got like a bacta tank of his own, hasn't he? But it's like chip fat. He just bathes in it. You know, when he like comes up and he's like, "Oh, and they're dead." It's all yellow and black and oily, and it's like he's just sleeping in a deep fat fryer.
Yeah. I think from the references from the original Dune film, I think he's either not a well man and they're basically trying to keep him alive, or I seem to remember he had loads of boils in the other film. And I can't remember if they're giving him boils because he thinks they look good or they're trying to treat them. I can't quite remember which way around.
Boils look good.
I think it's something like that. I think he likes them. I think it's like a power thing, from what I remember.
I had boils and I liked it.
I liked it. Yeah. But no, it's. Do you get what I mean about every single, like Blade Runner? Every single scene you could freeze it and have it on your wall.
Yeah,
the
setting is, everything is huge.
Yeah,
and vast.
Yeah,
and I really thought they did a good job of isolating the Atreus. I don't think they are called Atreus. It's definitely something like
Atreides.
The Atreides family, because when you first see them, and obviously they're known for their power of land and sea.
Yeah,
and you see them and they're well flanked. It's like they're between mountains, or they're in a room that's smaller, and it's like they seem very tight, and it's to reinforce this idea of not just a tight family unit, but a well-protected family unit from the army, and they're a force to be reckoned with. And you see the army, and you're like, okay, these guys are epic. And I had no idea what was going to happen. And I said to Fatima, I reckon this is going to be like a Stark type situation where the Starks were like the perfect family unit, and they got fucking decimated.
As soon as you lift them out of their safe place.
Yeah. And then when they went to what's the planet called that? What's the planet called that they go to where the desert is?
I can't remember. Arrakis,
yeah, is that it? Yeah.
Yeah.
When they're there, it's the opposite. It's like every single frame is like one family member at a time in this big hall.
Yeah. And
it just seems like they're completely vulnerable and exposed, every single frame. And even when like they get attacked and the dad comes out and he's looking through the thing and he's like, what the fucking hell's going on here? You know, what the fucking hell going on here? And he's looking out over the thing, Jesus Christ! and the camera pans out, and he's literally just like, is that his corridor? Is that where he has to walk down to go for a piss? It's massive. You can't see the wall, like wall to wall. You can't see.
Imagine the size of his bath, though.
Oh, bath.
Bath, yeah.
Yeah, he's probably got I bet he's got a tiny bath.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, big room, small baths. That's Arrakis.
Oh yeah, I do remember seeing that on the brochure.
You remember seeing it on the brochure?
Yeah.
He's on TripAdvisor.
Big room, small baths. It's a bit unusual, but I like it.
Tall buildings, low beds. You nightmare to get out of in the morning when you're tired.
Massive kitchen, tiny fridge.
Yeah, mini fridge, blood fridge. Kettle's only good for 2 cups.
Yeah. You barely get a pint of milk in the fridge. Useless. Absolutely useless. You have to put it in a smaller jug and then put the cling film over the top to then put it in the fridge.
Yeah, excuse me. I ordered extra large breadsticks. These are Dairy Lee Dunkers. You know what I mean?
I mean, to be fair, you wouldn't put them in a fridge anyway, would you?
Dairy Lee Dunkers, yeah. It's
oh, yeah, because the cheese, yeah. Sorry.
Obviously.
Yeah. Well,
but they don't have fridges big enough.
No.
So they've got to be Dairy Lee Dunkers.
Do you reckon they have to snap them in half before they can put them in?
Probably, yeah. Yeah. They'd probably have to get rid of the cheese compartment as well. So it's just a dry dunker. Would you like a Dairy Lee Dunker without the Dairy Lee? That's Arrakis, dry as a bone.
Dear.
But anywhere they go and everywhere they go. But I think the scene when they get attacked and it's just like, oh my god, you're so fucked. Yeah. It's when you see the scene beforehand when you realize I really can't wait to see who the Emperor is, because he must be fucking like, for all these houses to be like, oh shit, the Emperor, you know, like, because they're all fucking like the Harkonnens and the Atreides, and they're all like fucking super powerful. The whole point is, you had to bring the Atreides family there. That's the only way you can fucking beat them. Yeah. Because they're too powerful there. They've got the sea and land, and they'll just fuck you up. They had to bring the Atreides family there. They had to uproot the Harkonnen family, put the Atreides family there because they're fucked, and get them well setting everything up. Yeah. But and those worms, they're like big Sarlacc pits, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
The way it sort of comes up and you see the.
Yeah, I always thought. I obviously the original film finishes a little bit after this one does. So right. I sort of know what's going to happen. Maybe the first quarter of it, but I don't really know how it ends because I've never read the books either. So I'm quite looking forward to it.
Yeah, I definitely am. It really did. It really was watching like the Fellowship.
Yeah.
When it ended and they're all walking off over this ridge and you see someone riding one of those worms. Hello!
Yeah.
Because I thought she was going to ride it when she had her hooks, didn't she?
Yeah. The more riding of the worms will happen in the next one.
I imagine it would, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That was just a nice little nod, I think.
The Fremen people are quite tough, aren't they? I reckon.
Are they the ones that Zendaya?
They're the locals of Arrakis.
Yeah,
they're the Arrakis locals. But because you see, don't you, the when you see the Emperor's men and they're like,
your throat feeling better now.
You know, that's easy. That's low frequency.
Yeah.
You know, one.
Try doing it higher then.
No.
Go on.
That just sounds like the ring wraiths have just showed up.
Or is that Spectrum loading?
Or Darth Maul. Hello, I say. Yeah.
Oh dear.
But, that'd be mad if that just exploded now.
Lava lamp.
But when you see them all there, all the soldiers, you like, and it's that British actor, I can't remember his name. He's a good actor. He was in Dead Man's Shoes.
I'm a little bit lost. I can't quite remember what bit you're talking about now.
So the scene when you see all of the Emperor's soldiers, and they're basically saying he's speaking with the Harkonnen, the Harkonnen consigliere or whatever he is, the advisor to the Baron.
Right.
The creepy fucker. He plays a creepy fucker and everything, but he's speaking to like the general of the Emperor's army.
Right. Okay.
And that general is a really good British actor who was in Dead Man's Shoes.
Right, okay. Dead Man's Shoes.
It is... These pictures are too fucking small, man. Neil Bell.
Oh, right. No,
you know what I mean?
Nope. Let me have a look. Neil Bell, actor, British, was in Coronation Street. Born in Oldham, not far from here.
Yeah, he's a northern lad.
I'll claim him as well, whoever he is.
He plays Sardaukar Bashar.
Right,
Sardaukar Bashar in Dune.
Sardaukar.
But Sardaukar is the name of the that's like the army, isn't it? Like the Sardaukar. Yeah, he's fucking terrifying.
Yeah, I recognize his face. Yeah.
And he like talks like this. It's like there's almost like an octave lower on top of his normal voice. It's like an echo. It's fucking terrifying. There's so many scary characters in that. I was like, this is fucking scary.
Yeah, they're all a bit off, aren't they? And you can't always quite work out why.
Well, some of them are very tarry. They just look like they're covered in like they just ooze do piss tar.
Wasn't that Dustin Hoffman film?
What?
Piss tar. No. The singing camel. Forget it.
Leave that one.
Let's move on.
But all in all, absolutely cracking film.
Yeah, definitely.
Thought it was great.
I'm a bit gutted it was released when it was. I would have liked to have seen that at the cinema. I think it would have been amazing.
Was it not on at the cinema?
It was. It was just. It was just. When was it actually released? September, October here. So everything was still a bit. Wasn't it? So it's just a bit of a shame. If they reissue it at the cinema before the next one comes out, I'm going to see it.
We'll go together.
Yeah.
But it was. I didn't want it to end. No. I really didn't want it to finish. I did that. I did a bit of a pause to go for a piss. And I was like, oh fuck, there's only 20 minutes left.
Yeah. We did that.
There's no way they're going to resolve all this in 20 minutes.
No, that's it. It's
not Game of Thrones.
He's still fighting. It's still sort of fighting that guy on that mountain, isn't he? And there's like 6 minutes left, and you think, well, no, it's obviously gonna need.
Is this a dud copy? Is this a dud copy?
Do I have to turn the DVD over? But no, really good. Really enjoyed it.
And obviously you've got Matey Boy in there as well. Bardem, Javier Bardem.
Yeah.
He's as good as he whatever he does.
He is. I all I've really ever seen him in is James Bond, and it was arguably probably the best of the villains that he's had.
You've seen him in No Country for Old Men.
I've seen him in that.
He's amazing in that.
But I only watched that because of James Bond.
Yeah, he's terrifying in that.
Yeah,
in No Country with that scene when he's telling the shopkeep to flip the coin.
Yeah.
And he's like, how can I call it if I don't know what I stand to gain? Everything. You stand to gain everything. And he's like, is this your garage? Do you want it? He goes, you married into it. And he's like, boiling over. You married into it. Oh, no, he says, he goes, oh, it's actually my wife's dad's garage. It's not your garage. No, it's not. It's my wife's dad's garage. You mean you married into it? Yeah, I did, yeah.
It was such a good film. I think it was incredibly odd to not see them getting killed at the end.
Yeah.
Very odd.
Yeah.
Very odd. Because the whole film has literally been leading up to it.
Yeah.
And you think, oh shit, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. This is going to be epic. And then it fades to black. And then it's all happened.
Yeah, they're dead, yeah.
It's like, what? Have I not turned the DVD over in time or something? And it's really, really odd. I had to go back and just check I hadn't missed anything. It's frustrating, quite brilliant, and odd to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. It was just different, isn't it? It's like
really clever.
Yeah, but shit like that is always good.
Yeah,
because it's against the grain, you don't expect it. And then otherwise, you probably have people going, it's a bit predictable, the ending.
Yeah.
I didn't quite like the ending. Well, no one's gonna like your endings. No one ever does. So just make it weird.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah,
it was weird.
Yeah,
and sort of satisfying, but not at the same time.
Yeah, you feel a little bit robbed.
Yeah.
But that's life.
But what a way to go as well. You know, getting your Well, getting destroyed like a cow, bolt through the brain. Is that how you want to go, Ross?
That's it. Yeah. I'm gonna flip a coin, and if I miscall it, bolt through the brain. You married into it. I think that scene's absolutely. I've watched that scene so many times now. It's just it's just this guy's like refusing to flip the coin. Just flip it. Flip the coin. And then he's like, and then he calls it right, and he gives me. He goes, keep that. And he was, and he also put it in his pocket. Don't put it in your pocket. He was like, why? Because then it joins all of the other coins, and then it'll just be a coin, which it is. And walks out. He's so good at and Christoph Waltz, in his defense, has the same charisma and the same presence, where when he's sat there staring at you, it's like a mixture of this guy's a psychopath, and this guy is super intelligent, and there is no reasoning with him. Like it's like,
and I think he's a nice guy as well, but he's going to kill me.
Yeah. Doesn't matter that it's nice.
No.
He's got his own code, and unfortunately, I'm still going to die.
Yeah.
Yeah. And obviously, it was. I mean, Mother is one of the most frustrating, anxiety-inducing films I've ever seen.
Never going to watch that ever again.
It's tough, innit? It's tough going. Oh. It's like being stuck in a dream. It really is. It's like you can't get out, and it's like I had a dream. Did I put this in the dream journal? No, I didn't put it in the dream journal. I had a dream that I committed murder.
Right.
The other night.
Okay.
And in this dream, I remember thinking, "Fuck! I hope this is a dream, because I've really fucked up here." And I'd killed somebody on the orders of Tony Soprano.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Well,
but I did it because I was a fan of The Sopranos, so it was a bit meta. And I was walking around Barrow, and the police were after me, and I was trying to get out, and I kept trying to like duck in these streets because these fucking police were like after me. I was like, I need to get out of town. And I remember thinking, like, fucking, I hope this is a dream, because I'm going to jail, definitely. Definitely go to jail.
I think it's. I've had a few dreams like that, and the overriding emotion basically is it's paranoia the whole time that you're going to get found out, and you're just waiting for that paranoia to drop. That's my feeling, and for everything to get back to normal, so I don't have to think about doing what I've done.
Yeah,
really odd.
I always.
I will just state, none of us have killed anyone.
No, for me, it's fear of prison.
Well, with your sweet ass.
No, I can't never get away with this peach. Never get away with this peach and the porridge.
Peach porridge.
Yeah, I remember just thinking like I've got a very good knack of working myself up in my dreams. In my dream, if I feel like I'm in a dream, I'll stand there and go like this, and then I'll wake up.
Do you make that noise as well?
What?
the email, obviously.
The email noise. That's what happens. I wake up. It's like, oh, thank fuck, the email noise has gone. But yeah, I'll just do this.
Ross is clenching his teeth and blinking very fast. And nodding at the same time. That's what he's doing right now.
That's how you wake up out of a bad dream.
What? So in the dream you do that, or you do that while you're asleep?
I do it in my dream.
So do you ever wake up and you're doing that?
No, I wake up and I'm going. Probably the other night we fell asleep, and it's not often Fatima and I fall asleep sort of cuddling, if you know what I mean. We're very much like separate sleepers. Like she'll face that way, I'll face that way. We have our prime positions. Yeah.
Arse cheeks 2 centimeters in between.
Yeah. Yeah. And in between the sphincter.
Yeah. Ras. It's spread. For the listeners who, because this is a non-Patreon episode, would you like to describe to the listeners your medical problem?
People have got to pay to hear about my medical
problem. They have in the past, but obviously this is going out for everyone.
It's pretty much private healthcare, isn't it? You got to pay to learn about your medical issues. That's our Patreon.
Ross has a very tight sphincter.
Too tight.
Much too tight.
I'd never get those pills up there. Absolutely no chance. It'd be like this. It'd be like there's the wall of the anus.
Okay.
There's the hole. There's the diamond.
Yeah.
The diamond in the rough.
Okay. Yeah. Got it.
That's the birdie.
Yeah.
And it literally be like So, oh fuck, there's another one gone. Right, try again.
All I'm imagining now is, when a snake dislocates its jaw to eat a massive egg. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
I've got to dislocate the muscles in my ass. It's got to my ass basically functions like an upper and lower jaw. One has to sort of do this, and the other one has to clamp down while the other one drags it in.
Yeah, that's.
It's more like a bird eating, like spider. Like a bird eater, it just hides under the brown turf. It just hides under like a trap door of minutes. and then someone sort of brings like a soluble pill towards it. The inner wall of my anus just grabs it and pulls it in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, which is terrifying.
It is. That's why I don't go near it. You dragged it back to my ass.
You've said that before.
Have you seen the most, on Clinton? It's Clinton Baptiste. when he's talking about, he pretty much like totally gives away that he is gay. Despite falling out with Ian McKellen over it. You remember that one? Yeah, no, I'm not gay. I'm not gay. I'm normal.
I'm normal. Yeah.
You said you were normal. What do you mean you're normal? It's outrageous. And when he's talking to on the psychic hotline, and he's like, I am quite a fierce lover. And he's talking about like, if this person it was to make themselves known to me, how would they? Yeah. I mean, would they just sort of dangle it in front of my face? Not like that, but. Clearly talking about some bloke. Yeah. Bloke's cock.
It comes around. They come around every 3 days a week, and it's his. It's their mother that's the problem.
Yeah.
It's Clinton Baptiste. Hello.
Actually, I'll tell you what the surprise is. I'm Clinton Baptiste. Hello. You see what I'm saying? It's a bit vague, isn't it? It's very vague. I don't rely on the physical things like cards. When he's going, there's lots of con men and fakers and general bellends. When he's got Lynn back, and he's going, yeah. Try to not spoil it too much. Try to not piss on my chips.
Hello, you right?
Yeah, you.
Oh, you got all your Valentine's presents.
I haven't opened it yet, but thank you very much.
All right, okay.
What did you get her?
I can't tell you. She hasn't opened them yet.
Oh.
Some things.
I think your present should be an easily soluble anal pill. Tell her that. Tell her. Said Ross says.
Ross said you should have got me an easily soluble anal pill.
He's got quite a few of those.
Yeah, but they don't dissolve quick enough. For the first 10 minutes, I felt like I've been sat on a spike.
Your arsehole is too.
You put one up in readiness for your show.
Yeah, I got some.
Your arsehole's like Poland. It's too neutral.
I'm just going to take the headphones out. Yeah.
Can you
Hello?
hear me?
Oh, I can now. Yeah.
Testing. Hello.
Yeah.
Where am I coming from?
My headphones.
Oh, right. Okay. I won't do the Poland anal gag again then.
What did you say? I can't remember what you said.
I said your arsehole's like Poland. It's too neutral. It's neither acid nor alkali. It can't dissolve things easily.
My arsehole is like Poland. It's too neutral. It's neither acid or alkali, and it's not dissolving them quick enough.
Is that what they've said?
That's what he said.
That's what the doctor
I
said.
that's what the doctor said. I didn't think they say like Poland, but
That's what the doctor sits there and said you've got Poland ass.
I've got Poland arse.
What's that? It's too neutral. Have you noticed? Don't worry, it's perfectly common in men your age. Poland ass. And he is juicy, isn't he?